Hey Sarah, this is Jeff with Zucor Marketing. We're based in San Antonio, Texas, and Eric forwarded your website over for an analysis. So we do specialize exclusively in helping trade companies like roofing, fencing, and painters to get more customers through Google. We've actually helped over 100 companies just like yours to do exactly that. And in this video, I'm going to show you specifically what's holding your website back and what your top competitors doing differently that's allowing them to beat you right now. Let me start with a quick result from a recent client. We worked with a fencing company in a similar market to yours. When they came to us, they were roughly getting 4 calls a week from their website. And after we implemented the same changes I'm about to show you, they were getting 11 valid leads a week within 90 days. I'm sharing that because I want you to understand that what I'm about to show you isn't something theoretical. These are real changes that produce real results from companies exactly like yours. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at your website. Compared to your top competitors, your website is average at best. And I'm going to show you exactly why. Well, the gap isn't about on how your website looks, it's about on how Google sees it. Right now, Google doesn't see it the way it needs to in order to put you in front of customers who are actively searching for your services. There are actually 3 main areas where your website is falling short. Let's go ahead and go through each one of them. First one is the content. Google is actually looking for 1,500 words on your homepage, and the more relevant content you have, the more Google considers you an expert in your field, and the higher it will rank you on Google. Let's go ahead and do a quick count just for us to see how many words you have on your homepage. So currently you have 754 words. That is significantly short of what Google wants to see. So by adding additional relevant to your homepage, that will directly improve on how Google ranks you on the search list. Second will be the keywords. Keywords are the exact words and phrases your customers type into Google when they're searching for businesses like yours. So for example, someone in your market might type for fencing installation in Phoenix, Arizona into the search, and then Google actually scans your website looking for those exact phrases. The more you use the right keyword throughout your content, the more Google considers your website relevant for those searches. And of course, the higher it ranks you on Google. However, repeating the keywords too many times is called keyword stuffing, and Google actually penalizes you for it. So the goal here is strategic usage. Now let's look at how Google actually displays search results. So when you do a search, you'll see 3 types of results. At the very top we have here is the map pack, which takes into account the distance of the business from the person doing the search. And also being here is extremely valuable because this listings gets a lot of attentions and clicks. The results here are actually your complete Google business profile, including the reviews, call button, updates, and many more. And of course, not just the links to your website. And below the map pack are the organic search results, which many people call the real results because they're not paid ads. So these are websites that Google actually considers most relevant based on the keywords being searched and the factors about the quality of your website. So this is your main competitor in the organic search results. And of course, this is exactly who's taking the customers away from you right now. Let me show you what they're doing differently that you're not. They have, right off the bat, they actually have a crystal clear call to action. The moment you land on their homepage, they have an enormous amount of keyword optimized contents throughout their website. They have detailed service pages, regularly updated blogs, and of course, tons of great other contents. Well, every one of these things actually tells Google that this is an important, trustworthy website, and Google rewards them by putting them at the top of the search results. Third one are the numbers. So let's go ahead and take a look at the numbers behind both websites. We use this tool called Ahrefs that most SEO specialists use to evaluate website. Let me go ahead and walk you through the numbers. Starting off with DR, this is the level of trust that Google has in your website, and UR is the overall strength of your website. And then backlinks are links from other websites pointing to yours, so you can think of them as recommendations or shoutouts from around the internet. The more high quality backlinks you have, the more important Google considers your website and the higher it ranks you on Google. We'll be comparing your numbers with your competitors. So with DR and UR, it shows that Google considers their website a much more trustworthy, although you have the same level of strength. They have more high quality backlinks and more keywords, which gave them more traffic within the last 30 days. What that actually means is that Google currently trusts their website significantly more than yours, and that difference translates directly into them receiving more calls and leads from customers who search for exactly what you offer. Customers who also never even saw your website because your competitors showed up first on the searches. So to summarize what we found, your website needs better content and more keywords to actually meet Google's requirements, and you need significantly more high quality backlinks to to close the trust gap between your website and your competitors. Also, each of these is flexible. None of them requires in building your websites from scratch. They are specific, targeted improvements that will directly impact where you rank on Google, and thus how many new customers you get versus your competitors. Now, some of these changes are things you can actually begin working on with yourself. And this video has, given you a clearer picture of exactly where to focus. But if you want to quickly and completely beat your competitors, we can also help you out with that. Our founder, Mr. Samuel Turcott, is a marketing specialist who has worked with trade companies for over 25 years. He does a limited number of free 20-minute deep dive calls with business owners where he builds a specific action plan tailored to your website, your services, and your local market. It's also a genuine working session. It's not a sales call. He'll tell you exactly what you should and in what order, and you can actually take that plan and do whatever you like with it. I'm also going to be following up with you in a couple of days. If what you've seen in this video resonates with you, it's just worth 20 minutes of your time to talk with him directly. So I really do appreciate your time. Y'all have a wonderful day. Bye.